Wake up, sports fans. Welcome to No Credentials Required, where you don't need a press pass to talk sports. We're presented by Belly Up Sports in association with Godzilla Media. Joining me today are down below is my. I actually got to move him.
You got to
my
make
right.
Yeah, there we go.
My right, my broadcast partner Dustin Henry. Dustin, how are we doing this morning?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I sound a little groggy, but I'm telling you, I'm wide awake and ready to talk football here. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Slept in a little bit this morning, which was not really my thing over the last couple of weeks, but I didn't have to work any overtime this morning, so because I wanted to be here. And down below, this handsome bastard, part of the Corner Booth podcast, Jared, how are we doing this morning?
Well, boys, I'm up since 7. Got a good workout in. Just broke my fast about 10 minutes ago, so my energy's coming back. I'm not dizzy anymore. Driving home when you're fasting for 12, 13 plus hours is a little scary.
Especially where you live.
You doing that intermittent fasting?
Dude, I've been doing it for about a month now. It's honestly, I freaking love it. Like, it stinks for the first, if I'm having a slow day at work. But, there was one day I think where we had our boss come in. My boss was in there, the CEO. We had a customer who had me do this, a 4-hour estimate for a patio job. I'm sitting there just, doing the work. And I'm looking down. I was like, it's 12:30. I haven't eaten yet. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it. I haven't done intermittent fasting, but I did notice when I was working from home, I'm like, you know what? I'm not eating lunch. So I was like, why the hell am I eating these massive lunches when I go to the office? Like, what's the difference? Mm-hmm. So I just cut lunches out at the office. It's made a difference for me as well. But I am not doing the intermittent fasting. I eat breakfast, I eat dinner. That's it.
See, I need lunch. Lunch is my favorite meal of the day. So, for me, it's I can just go out. Even though I love breakfast food, I'm like Ron Swanson, man. I need my breakfast food, but excuse the sound. Ghost decided he's got the zoomies right now.
But yeah, having the zoomies right before.
Zoomies. I mean, listen, even not having breakfast stressed me out, but not as much as stressed as I am about the Super Bowl tomorrow, man. I am.
That's right.
Oh my God, dude, I'm stressing like hell, man.
Well, there you go. There you go. I love the term.
There it is.
I did rep the Seahawks, but they're not there.
Listen, I
love
Gino, man. Gino's my dude.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I hope they don't commit to him long term, though.
I think
sign him to a 2-year deal. Get somebody behind him. There you go.
Yeah. See, I think he's too talented to be a transition guy. He's not like Tyrod Taylor. I think he's more on tape. And I could do an entire show on my tape study of the Seahawks offense and Geno Smith this year. I will tell you this. Right now, for the next 3 years, there's nobody better in the draft. You could draft a CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young, but they're not going to get where Geno Smith was at last year until year 4, year 5, if you're lucky. So I think at least for this, they should at least commit 3 years to him. If he's washing up at that point, draft a quarterback. There's always some generational talent coming out every other year. So you can risk it. By that time, Pete will retire, and you can start over with a new coach and a new system and do whatever.
Yeah, you know what? We'll have to see who's right, though, because Stradamus predicted that the Seahawks would be drafting C.J. Stroud. But when he made, in Stradamus's defense, he made that prediction when the draft order was a little different. So we'll see.
Wait, is that Ryan named himself when he predicts draft picks?
I coined him that. And
because what happened with the Jaguars winning the AFC South, excuse me.
Yes,
I called it too. It's not rocket science when you realize that division was built on Humpty Dumpty bricks.
No, but there's been a few.
This was while the Titans were doing that. Were they doing the Smoky Mountain slide?
And he also it was more what got me is that he predicted almost the exact way it was going to happen. And there's been a couple other things, so I'm a little afraid.
We'll get to Stradamus in just a second.
Before my best prediction was that Russell Wilson was going to tank on the Seahawks and the Broncos.
There you go.
I don't know what hurt more, that or the fact he's been ripping off people like the tax collector from Robin Hood.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
Yeah, Russ is. Dude,
I'm loving it. I think Russ is the corniest dude in the planet, man.
He's in some trouble.
we're going to get to all the football talk in just a moment, but before we do that, I have to do some business, guys. We have to remind people about our social channels, which are right down below: Twitter, Instagram, and the very rarely used TikTok at NoCredsREQ, Facebook.com/NoCredsREQ, and YouTube.com/@NoCredsREQ. And if you're watching right now on either YouTube or Facebook, whether live on the replay, do us a favor and smash that like button. Smash responsibly.
Oh,
That'll help
nice.
the show. Yeah, I made that graphic just I think it was last week before our belly up hockey live stream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. And on the podcast side, subscribe to the podcast. Megaphone is our home base, but you can also listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, wherever you podcast. And if you would be so kind to rate and review, we'll read your review on the air, no matter how good or bad it is. We'll read it on the air. And Dustin, I know you've been waiting for at least 10 days to hear this beautiful, beautiful sound, because again, we love audience participation on this show, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We read the comments section, most of the comments section, but engage with the show during the show. Leave a comment, and we're going to play that beautiful, beautiful bee music.
That's calling everybody. Wonko the Sane, Uncle Al, Scott. Comment, engage with us.
Sick Biggie, all those, all our rowdy friends.
Can't forget Kevin either.
No, you can't forget Kevin Wilson. He's always chiming in. Good guy. All right, we're also waiting for some additional gifts. Yes, bring us your gifts too.
Yeah.
We're also waiting for additional guests to arrive, so I'm waiting on them. But while we wait, let's do our Super Bowl preview, boys. Right. Obviously, Jared, we know who big games tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. kickoff. We got, I believe, the most evenly matched teams since Super Bowl 25.
I would agree with it. I would
Super Bowl 25. That's before my time.
Bills and Giants.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
classic Super Bowl.
Frank Wycheck was probably watching in front of his TV. Now,
he might have been a senior in high school for all that.
Yeah, probably. Now, I say
Frank Wycheck, big fan. We know you're watching.
Yeah, shout out. But I will say, I think I agree with you, Ryan, because I'm struggling to pick this game. I have to be honest. I'm struggling to pick this game. Oh, there he is. The show mascot. The show mascot. He's tagging along for the show.
He sure is.
But I say that I agree with you because I've struggled to pick this game. Now, if I go off my instinct, I think the Eagles' running game is superior. I think that the Eagles' wideouts are superior. I think the Eagles' defense is better overall than the Chiefs. The only edge where I give the Chiefs the edge is at tight end and quarterback. And I just have this thing where I'm like, every time I've picked against the Chiefs, they've gotten me. I was wrong in the regular season when I picked against them. I was wrong. I thought the Bengals would take care of business at Arrowhead. So I don't know. This game is tough to call. Everything in me wants to pick the Eagles because I feel that they are the superior team to my eyes. But I cannot discount Mr. Patrick Mahomes. I just can't do it. And I think the Chiefs are going to be ready to play. And I think for some reason, the Chiefs have been playing like they got a chip on their shoulder.
So
Jared, as our Eagles fan,
Dustin, please pick the Chiefs. Just please pick the Chiefs. Bet on whoever you want. Just on the show, pick the Chiefs. So I love what you said about the Chiefs, and this is no disrespect to the Chiefs. I fear the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the one team that keeps me up at night when I play them. I feared the 49ers because I fear Nick Bosa breaking my quarterback shoulder. Once I saw Jordan Mailata toss him like a rag doll, I'm like, okay, we're good. Yeah, the 49ers defense got sunned by us badly. Like, it wasn't even close. Shout out to Niners players for proving once and for all they're a bunch of babies. Like, dude, y'all got murdered by us. It didn't matter who was playing quarterback. You would have lost by 20 instead of 30. It doesn't matter. Either way.
Wait, they had a quarterback?
I mean, Ryan, you and me could have gone out there and thrown a couple balls around the yard, and it still would have been. It still wouldn't have mattered.
Yes. You want to see a 45-year-old, a biscuit short of 300-pound man playing quarterback for your team,
or a 27-year-old
like the hefty lefty was out there slinging.
Listen, I got the arm to play.
Jared Lorenzo, may you rest in peace.
Yeah. I can throw the ball 50 yards. I can't run 50 yards without like somebody catching me from behind. Listen, I'm getting in shape.
I was a loose end prop in rugby, so I could probably run.
I played outfield, and I played in third base, and I played quarterback as like a as a flag football guy. But like that was easy for me. I could throw the ball a damn mile, but it doesn't matter because I can't move like these NFL guys can. But anyway,
right.
When I look at the Eagles and the Chiefs have two very different stories, but they have the two MVP candidate quarterbacks. Mahomes won by a mile because Jalen missed those 2 games. And say what you will, I think the Chiefs look just as good with Patrick Mahomes out as they did with him in against the Jags, whereas with the Eagles lost Hurts for 2 games. They looked okay against Dallas, and they looked abysmal against New Orleans. New Orleans, who is a dumpster fire garbage franchise who I hate and despise, and I love that we have their draft pick. I have a little extra with them. So my favorite thing about all of this in this whole game in total is that everyone has said all year, the Eagles are trash. The Eagles don't have it. The Eagles don't got this. The Eagles don't got that. I'm like, fine. Keep running. I've been very quiet. I will stay quiet about it because, I mean, I'm chirping back at the Niners fans a little bit because I'm like, dude, like, why are you talking? Are you trying to start a rivalry with Philadelphia because you'll lose?
Yeah. We have 5 Super Bowls. That's why.
You guys. Oh, you guys supposed to go to the Super Bowl? It's like, no, you guys.
They sound like Cowboys fans. We got 5 rings.
Listen, I gave a comment to Cowboys fans on Kelsey's show on Wednesday. Shout out to High Low Sports and my show on Thursday, where I said I got to give a lot of props to Cowboys fans and Cowboys players. Y'all handled it like pros. You lost. You knew you lost the game. It wasn't the Niners who won. You lost the game, and you owned it. And you owned it, and you moved on. I was like, bravo, Dallas. Good job. And then I watched that crap a week later where everyone and their mother associated with the 49ers. Like, Robbie Gould. Dude, the only reason you still have a job is because Kyle Shanahan, I think he owes you money. That's the only reason you have a job as a kicker. And you're
incriminating photos.
Incriminating photos on Kyle Shanahan for the fact that he tried to get Trey Lance hurt so he can get Brock Purdy in there. Listen, Brock Purdy's a decent quarterback, man, but let's not act like this dude wasn't going to throw about 4 or 5 picks against Philadelphia anyway.
They did pressure him early. So
that's where you got to get him.
So I said this last night, right? I said to a buddy of mine at the bar, who's a Giants fan, listens to the show. Shout out to my boy Dom. I said to him, I'm like, listen, the Giants had a good idea. Their blocking scheme was phenomenal. The problem is they had no receivers. So Slay and Bradbury locked them up, and so they were getting to him anyway, but they had a good blocking scheme. You know how you have a good blocking scheme, but your receivers suck? If there's 5 seconds, you have to sit in the pocket, and nobody's getting open. Yeah. That was the Giants' story against the Philadelphia Eagles. Against the Niners, didn't matter who the hell was catching the damn ball. Their blocking scheme was atrocious. They were trying to slide backup tight ends on the defensive player of the year, or should be, according to Fox, he is. Hassan Reddick, who broke more plays and more elbows than anybody else this season. With this game, right? And Dustin, you were totally right. The quarterback advantage is with the Chiefs. The Chiefs also have possibly the greatest tight end of all time in Travis Kelce. He's on pace to be the greatest tight end of all time. I love Travis Kelce. I think he's hysterical. I love guys like him, Jabroni, because here's the thing, Mike. Hey, listen, Ryan, that doesn't count towards the corner booth role, so I'm still good here.
You're quoting somebody else.
I'm quoting somebody else, and I'm not cursing yet. The thing is, with the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco scares me too because that dude runs so damn hard.
He's fast.
He's fearless.
He's what the Chiefs needed to replace Tyreek Hill.
He's a battering ram that runs a 4.4. And why? Okay, so here's the Tyreek Hill thing, right? So this is why Eagles secondary is like ecstatic that they don't have Tyreek anymore. Eagles played the Chiefs last year. It was a regular season game, but you know what killed us? Tyreek dropped a 200 piece on us. I think he had 2 touchdowns. I think Travis had a touchdown, but we were keeping the game. Travis Kelce will score tomorrow. That is going to happen.
Yeah.
What is going to be the difference maker is, one, can the Chiefs defensive line break through the brick wall of Kelce and Mailata and arguably the greatest right tackle in the 2010s, Lane Johnson. Like I was going through over the stats last night, by the way. Lane Johnson may be the greatest right tackle of my generation. He is. Like, dude hasn't allowed a sack since Trump was still in office. Like, that should tell you something. Like, I think even before, I think it was 2020, somebody sacked Wentz. That was the last time he gave up a sack. Dude's playing on a torn groin is still messing dudes up. It's scary. But anyway, if they can get
actually,
the ball
Jared,
yes.
before we go on, we do have a guest in the green room. I'm gonna bring him in right now. He is one half of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. He's also the owner, CEO, CFO, and COO of Cole Sports with a Z. He is Cole Johnson. Cole, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, gentlemen? Ryan, it's a wonderful introduction. I totally appreciate that. Doing good. I mean,
it's not my bumper for coffee with McCarthy, but
but it works all the same. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Thanks for coming on. And
Thank you for the invite.
I got to level up my game. You got your name behind you. That's awesome. I got to do that.
And now I have your name right down below. So there you go.
Oh, Ryan, you can actually now on StreamYard drop it. So like you can put your social media tag underneath your name.
Underneath the name, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. That's why that's what we started doing the corner booth, because it was just getting too big, ridiculous where I have like all my handles across my name.
Yeah.
I at least was able to score this name on all my social medias, like across the Instagram, Twitter.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to do a TikTok, but I've had this. El Dusto 67's been rolling for a long time.
Well, listen, since I'm a fan of old school rap music, my Twitter handle for the longest time was Big Daddy Clem, being my last name being Clem instead of Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah,
and a lot of people never got anybody who understood rap music was like, dude, that is clean. I'm like, exactly.
That
is so clean.
That is. You
also, Big Daddy Kane, by the way, slaps. If anybody disrespect, there was one kid I used to work with at my old job, and he's like, who the hell is Big Daddy Kane? I'm like, he's literally one of the best lyricists of East Coast rap ever. But, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a country boy, and I know who Big Daddy Kane is. That should tell you something.
Dude, if I saw that, and you would say that, raise your hand, but like, oh, you're a Kane fan.
He's like,
cool.
He's like, what about Kodak? This dude's like, what about Kodak Black? I'm like, bro, he just looks like Lamar Jackson's weird-looking cousin.
Oh, my God.
Maybe he's going to be playing quarterback for Baltimore, because I don't think Lamar will. Who knows?
Hey, listen, Snoop Huntley got it, bro.
Kodak Black to Big Daddy Kane. That's like comparing Nathan Peterman to Joe Montana. No.
Nathan Peterman reference on the show. I love that. I love that.
Listen, my fantasy football trophy in my league that I just won is called the Nathan Peterman Award. So our league founder, he is a Air Force pilot. Thank you for your service. He drives he's a bomber pilot. This dude went to Pitt on a scholarship for being in the Air Force. And he is a Pitt fan through and through. And I am a Hurricanes fan, so me and him butt heads a lot. But his obsession with Nathan Peterman is a little disturbing. So our trophy is named the Nathan Peterman Memorial Trophy.
Just a little sketchy.
It's a little weird. Listen, I get it. I told him, literally, when it comes in the mail, I'm gonna be sitting there with a cigar like Mike Jordan winning the damn thing, holding this thing on my arm like this, smoking a cigar. Because it was so easy. I smoked everywhere this year with my man, Mr. Hertz, Mr. Eckler, Mr. Brown, and Mr. St. Brown.
Yeah, it's just too bad that a certain coach in Los Angeles couldn't utilize Eckler in the playoffs.
I bet on Jacksonville.
He still has a job.
Listen, I bet on Jacksonville.
God bless you, Cole. God bless you.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan.
All right, Ryan, you want me to get back to my Eagles rant?
Yeah, let's go back to your Eagles stats.
Okay, so
you were talking about Lane Johnson, actually.
Yeah, Lane Johnson is arguably the greatest right tackle of the last 20 years. This dude is in the fact just toughness alone, but the fact I've seen him chuck Von Miller, Nick Bosa. It doesn't matter. This dude is a dominant tackle. All my love for Lane Johnson aside, it's going to come down to if the Chiefs can get after Hurts. If he can control clock, and Hurts is. Everyone's like, oh, Hurts isn't Mahomes because he can't throw the ball around. I'm like, no, Hurts' game is different. Like, it's like comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron James. Their games are different.
Right.
I'm not saying, listen, Mike, like, the only thing Jalen and Mike Jordan have in common, they have that killer eye stare, which is terrifying to look at. That's the only thing those two got in common. But listen, when you look at Jalen, he's got this weird way of just He knows the clock. He controls the clock. He makes the smart move. He makes the right read. His goal is not to light up stat sheets. His goal is to win the damn ball game by any stretch possible. And the best indicator of that was the game against the Colts. Yes, the Jeff Saturday-led Colts just beat the Raiders. Like, oh, my God. Jim Irsay's old drinking buddy was literally sitting there, had him down by 10. What does Hurts do? Bang, hits Quez Watkins across the middle for a touchdown. Then drives down the field methodically. Just dink and dunk passes because they were playing shell coverage. They didn't want AJ or Quez beating him over the top. And he just dinked and dunked his way down the field, got a 20-yard lane, ran it right in, and that was ball game because that's what he does. He didn't care if he's got to run it in, hand it off to Miles Sanders or Kenny Gainwell, or drop it over the top to Goddard, or throw it deep to AJ Brown or Quez or Devontae. To Jalen, the game isn't the stat sheet. The game is winning the drive. And that's what makes him different over a guy like Carson Wentz or a guy who we had in the past, or even McNabb or Mike Vick. These guys will just try to yeet it and try to beat you traditionally. Hurts will beat you any way he wants to because he's thinking to himself, he goes, it doesn't matter how we score as long as we score. And that's what makes this Eagles defense offense terrifying to a defense because he's got no primary weapon. The only time Hurts has struggled is when he stares down receivers a la AJ Brown against Washington and Devontae Smith against Arizona. But I digress. It really is going to come down to the trenches to win this game by far.
As it should. But Cole, let's get your thoughts about this game. What are you looking for? Oh, Cole, did you know this is the first time in NFL history we have two black quarterbacks in the same game? Uh-oh. Cole's frozen.
Oh no.
Let's
see here.
Did I lose everyone?
No, I'm still here.
You're still here.
And we gotta. And,
Jared's away for a second. Cole is spinning his wheels, unfortunately. So we'll come back. We'll come back in just a moment. We'll bring Jared and Cole back in. Cole dropped off, but okay.
we gotta get his thoughts. But I just Ryan, your thoughts about the Chiefs defense, you've been absolutely right. And that's the thing. I think Jared hits a good point here is that if the Chiefs can get after Hurts, it'll cause problems. But the Chiefs have shown the ability, and I talked about Steve Spagnuolo. He just seems to dial things up at the right time when they need it. Yeah. When they need a sack, they get it. When they need, so what do you think?
He did the same exact thing when he was with the Giants, when he was DC of the Giants. Whenever he needed a sack, whenever he needed an interception, he would dial up a scheme and it'd make it happen. I mean, you saw what happened in Super Bowl and against the Patriots.
Yeah.
18 wins and one giant loss?
Yeah.
That giant loss was because of Steve Spagnuolo's schemes.
Yes.
Blitz. Send them.
With only four. That's the thing. Blitz with only four. Only four.
Yeah, and I think to some degree he's found himself in Kansas City a little bit again because he had that head coaching stint. What was it with the Rams?
With the Rams,
didn't go well.
That was a spectacular failure.
And then after that, he went to I'm trying to remember where else he went, and it just didn't go well. But he seems back to, for lack of a better term, he seems back to his old ways in KC.
Yeah. See, again, this comes back to I've said for a good 2-3 years, some coaches are just better coordinators.
Oh yeah.
Some coordinators do not make good head coaches.
No. Yeah. No disrespect, but I've always felt this way about Wade Phillips. He is an amazing example of this. He did not do very well with his head coaching stints. His head coaching stint in Dallas wasn't too bad. His in the 90s when he was head coach in Buffalo and they was deciding between Doug Flutie and Rob Johnson, put Doug Flutie in there always. That didn't go well either. But, he rebuilt some defenses that were pretty atrocious in places. He's a D coordinator and he knows what he's doing.
Just like his dad did. Bum Phillips had the same kind of scheme.
Yeah.
But Cole, I want to come back to you. Before you dropped off, I was making a historic point about two black quarterbacks playing in the Super Bowl. Did you know about that? I just want to get
No,
your feeling about that.
no, no. Well, one day after the
No.
Super Bowl, no. I didn't know that the two quarterbacks were black. No, this is a new development for me. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm
One
sorry.
day before the Super Bowl, you didn't know?
Yeah. I'm sorry that I wasn't prepared for that question, Ryan. I apologize.
I'm sorry. I should have sent you the breakdown before we the rundown. But I want to get your. But Cole, I do seriously. I do want to get your thoughts about this game. What are you looking at on both sides of the ball? What specific thing are you looking for?
Well, I'm so glad I came in when Jared was talking about Lane Johnson, and I can tell you, my friend, Lane Johnson is a left tackle dressed in right tackle's clothing. And to me, I think that is what makes that offense successful, period. I think when you have Lane Johnson, and I understand why he is at right tackle for the Eagles. When you have a linchpin like Lane Johnson, and you have an offense that gears toward the quarterback strength, which is Hurts liking to run to the right, and like Jared said, Lane not allowing a sack since the Trump administration, that bodes success. That speaks success. So to me, and I said this yesterday on Snowman in the Morning, I really believe that the money area is not Hurts versus Mahomes. It's not Chris Jones versus Patrick Mahomes. To me, it is the Eagles' offensive line versus the Chiefs' defensive line,
and vice versa. I would flip that around too.
Oh yeah. I would say the number two is the vice versa.
Yeah.
And so to me, I would have to say, can the Chiefs? And I'm glad you mentioned the Chiefs defense coordinator, Mr. Spagnuolo. If he can duplicate the same formula, and I can't remember I think it's 37. If he can duplicate the same formula that when he was the defense coordinator for the Giants back in 2007, and he did get after Brady as he was the Giants DC when they were playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. If he can get to Hurts with only rushing 4, as he did in that Super Bowl 16 years ago, I like the Chiefs' chances better. But you have a stout run offensive line, and the Chiefs, they're in run stopping. They're not the best at it. They're not bad at it, but they're not the best at it. And they just 2 weeks ago went against, to me, the best unit in all of football in the 49ers defensive line. And they just punched them out, and wore them down. And the runs that they had, which were like only 1 yard, -1, 2 yards in the first quarter, they were starting to gash them in the third quarter. So can the Chiefs defensive line stop that pressure that the Eagles offensive line wants to bring in terms of the punishment of the run? And can the Chiefs defensive pressure on front, can they get to Hurts and force him to be a passer? And I'm not saying that Hurts, if you force Hurts to be a passer, the game's set, the game's over. No.
Oh, no.
I think back to the game they played at home against the Titans, and that's what the Titans did. They said, okay, we're going to force Hurts to be a passer. Well, he's like, okay, cool. He just threw for 380 yards.
Pittsburgh, how that went.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then before
AJ Brown went like this to Micah Fitzpatrick and whoever the nickel corner was.
Right. And beforehand, the Steelers did the same thing, and Hurst did the same thing to them, throwing for 300 yards against him in that game. So I'm not saying, you force Hurst to be a passer, the game's over, and the Chiefs will win it. No. I'm saying your chances are better because when you have the opportunity for the Eagles to say, well, we could do whatever we want against them, like how the Chiefs, like how the Eagles were in the Meadowlands against the Giants, where he threw for 200 yards and they ran for 200 yards. If you have them have the freedom to do whatever you want, you can't stop the Eagles. But if you can limit the running game and the running effectiveness, you have a better shot of winning. But I'm not saying it's going to be a slam dunk. But yeah, they have to force Hurts to be a pocket passer. And if they could do that, they have to rush 4 and drop 7 and make it difficult for him to make those completions.
They have to make him like be an accurate thrower of the football, like no mistakes, like
Right.
very. I mean, he's proven he can hit,
and he can do it. Right.
It's just a matter of I mean, now like the throw that killed me was he had AJ Brown. AJ Brown smoked Tre'Davious Ward off the line on film. As if I was a quarterback coach, if I was Ben Johnson, I'd be literally rolling over in the ground screaming. He had AJ Brown had 5 steps on Tre'Davious Ward. That's a touch. That's 6. Even if that ball's a yard behind him, it's 6. And because of AJ Brown's because of Jalen Hurts' shoulder, the ball was about 5 yards over Brown's head. That ball's even if it's a diving catch, like that's a game killing throw.
Yeah,
you're putting Gardner Minshew at a halftime kind of throw.
Yeah, so, and this is another beauty about this game is that both quarterbacks have had 2 weeks to heal up.
Yeah. Yes.
And both needed this break. Both of them did.
Both injuries would be devastating for the other quarterback's play style. Think about that.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Yeah, yes. So anybody
100, Jared. Yes.
The SC joint is essential for throwing the ball. And the fact that Hurts yacked a 70-yarder after he got hurt, I was like, dude, this is the toughest man alive. And then Mahomes, I'm not a Mahomes.
He's got that Bama in him.
He's got that Bama. That's that South Texas Bama bred blood, man. He is tough.
I got too much Bama in me.
He was made in Texas. He was made in Texas, grew up in Bama, and finished in Oklahoma. And he's just a terrifying human. I'm not the biggest Mahomes guy. Honestly, he irritates the hell out of me. So is his wife. So is his brother.
His brother irritates everyone.
His dad's hysterical. Gosh. I'm smoking that Joe Burrow.
Mahomes' brother.
Dude, Mahomes' dad is like, that's a dude I want to hang with. He's like, he's like that dude in every
Senior's
game.
Classy. Yeah.
I'm smoking that Joe Burrow. Like, I'm just like, I love it, man. It's great.
Senior's classy. I love him.
Oh, senior's awesome, man. So what Mahomes did with that run against the Bengals, I'm like, you know what? It was like a Ron Burgundy moment. God damn it, I hate you, but God damn it, I respect you. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, that's just bad. I'm like, I'm not even mad. And I'm just gonna put this to bed right now. I'm just gonna say one thing. We can not talk about this ever again. The Bengals should stop complaining because Joe Burrow's interception killed you a lot harder than any other penalty did.
Say it again, Jared. Say it again.
Because I'm a realist. It's the same why I gave the Cowboys so much credit. They should have beaten the Niners, but they didn't. They choked and they own it. And I'm like, what happened to I don't know what happened between the Bengals and the Niners. I don't know if they thought they got the script that they were supposed to win and play each other in the Super Bowl. Because I know that the NFL ain't rigged, bro. Because if it was, these two guys got ripped off.
I'll piggyback off you on that one, Jared. To me, the Bengals lost that game in the fourth quarter. That interception. And then they had the ball with more than 1 minute left. Where was the running game?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Joe Burrow picked up first down, and after that, where did the running game go?
Joe Burrow. That's not even Joe Mixon's a top 10 running back.
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
All you need to do is pick up
that run game's a top 10 run game.
Right. Yeah. All you need to do is pick up 2 or 3 more first downs, and you had the time to do it. You kill the clock, and you can line up for a makeable field goal.
And McNunny will put one through the uprights.
And if you can't get,
and he did it in that same stadium 1 year prior. So
it's not. You can't even blame Zach Taylor for the play calling. It's the O line was terrible.
Yes,
they looked like it was. It looked like it was back during the Aaron Donald field day that was last year in Los Angeles.
They reverted back to being that swinging door that they were the year prior.
$60 million a year O line they went out and got. I'm trying to understand what the hell happened.
Yeah,
I think it's their coaching because everyone talks about Philadelphia how they've always had good O line since 2012. Yeah, because Jeff Stoutland's been there, arguably the greatest offensive line coach of all time. They call it Jeff Stoutland University because even guys who leave have great careers, like Steven Wisniewski, won a Super Bowl and made it to 2 more Super Bowls. I mean, 1 more after that, was a member of the Chiefs before he retired. You have Jason Peters, who's a Hall of Famer, Jeff Stoutland University. You have a lot of these former Eagles guys who leave and are still great players, and it's because of coaching. Coaching is essential on the offensive line. And I think the problem for Cincinnati is that their offensive line coach got the job off a Cracker Jack box. Like, what the hell are you doing, man? Leal Collins was a projected top 5 pick before his issues with, I think, was it gun possession, drugs, something stupid that he was cleared of.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's Louisiana, which, I mean, drugs make sense. Gun possession, it's one of the most red states in the country.
Right.
All jokes aside, right? That was a redneck joke. Sorry. My thing is though, what am I missing here? What was the problem? at least with Kansas City, they own their offensive line is not their strength, so they find ways around it with shuffle passes, quick throws, tight end sit routes, like things to get the pressure off of Patrick. Now, what the Bucs did to him in the 2020 Super Bowl is the blueprint. You bum rush the hell out of Patrick, and you bump and run those. Yeah, Travis might beat you 1 or 2 times, but if you beat the hell out of Tyreek Hill or whoever the fast receivers, they can't smoke you over the top.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Juju's a fake tough guy.
Please don't get me started with Juju. But that is
going to chuck him faster than a freaking.
Oh my gosh!
That's the quote of the show. I'm taking that out. We got to title this "Don't Get Me Started with Juju." We got to
Super Bowl preview subtitle. Don't get me started with
context in. I say he's a fake tough guy, and Cole goes, "Don't get me started." I think, listen, the worst nightmare is like having a guy like Bradbury, who's known for being mean and physical at the point of attack, cover Juju Smith-Schuster the entire game. That's a problem.
Well, you had to fear him talking about Juju. I actually tried to break out on field with a TikTok video, a dance video. But
just tapped him over the middle.
But you just hit the nail on the head to me on the opposite end, and that is force the Chiefs offensive line to actually act as though they need to protect Mahomes. Get him to have off-time plays. And you said it 2 years ago, the Super Bowl, that is the blueprint. Get him to have off-time plays. And I think the Eagles could do it with just rushing 4. And even though Mahomes is probably the most accurate quarterback in this era, you still can make it difficult for him, and he can still force him into interceptions, because that Eagles secondary, let me stand up while I applaud. That's all I gotta say about the Eagles secondary. And I actually said this before. I think the defensive front of the Eagles got settled. I actually said defensively, to me, the Eagles in the beginning of the year, I like how their secondary is, because that seems to be the strength of the defense. And then all of a sudden, as we round off toward the end of the year, here comes Hassan Reddick.
Bro, that Josh Sweat biggest matchup right there too. 2-time Pro Bowler Josh Sweat, who just kind of almost broke his neck. 3 weeks later, is back on the field ripping Daniel Jones to the ground. I mean, you know what the craziest thing about the defense? I heard some podcast on TikTok yesterday, and they said it was like, you even take the Eagles backups, like Milton Thomas and Dominican Sue, Linval Joseph, and Patrick Johnson. That's a starting defensive line in like half the fleet.
Yeah,
I was like.
Their depth
is ridiculous.
Howie Roseman's a mad genius. He figured out this. He cracked the code. You have a quarterback who is a team-first guy. You go get one big play weapon. You draft another, and then you just build that defensive line. You get mercenaries out on the edges. Listen, James Bradbury knows he may not be here next year. He knows this is a one-and-done thing possibly. He knows he'll probably be on like the Steelers or the Titans next year. He doesn't care. He knows he's got one shot to do this. He's going to play his butt off, and he's going to enjoy his time in Philly. He is our version of Patrick Robinson. He is this year's version of Patrick Robinson, where he knows he's a one-and-doneer with us, and he's okay with it. A lot of these guys understand, and Howie Roseman's cracked code. He's the best GM in football. I will say this right now.
He's proven it this year.
Oh, dude, you kidding me? He's literally sitting there smoking a cigar like, suck it, Chip.
Dude, I seriously, when I saw that he picked up Joseph and Sue in back-to-back days, I'm like,
and they go get Robert Quinn.
And they got Quinn 3 weeks before. I'm like,
and
what does this guy have?
He played
the other teams don't.
He came in to spell Josh Sweat how to tackle for a loss. That's the highlight of his season in Philadelphia, and it's totally fine. He cost us a 5th-round pick. I was like, this is great.
That's another thing. I'm like, you got him for a 5th-round pick. You stole Quinn. I'm like, look, man, yeah.
And that's who Joe Douglas learned from. Swindling players for picks.
Man.
Yeah,
Joey D is almost as ruthless as Howie is. I'm like,
now he just needs to find out a way to swindle a quarterback and go to the playoffs.
I mean, I got a couple teams they can call up.
Enough about the Jets.
You cut that one off quick.
Jets, Brian.
hey!
My co-host is a Jets fan. The Jets are fun when they win.
Yes, they are.
The Jets are fun when they win. They are a fun team to root for.
And well, at least you have the offensive and defensive rookies of the year. There you go.
That's true. And 2 Hall of Famers too. So
and hopefully a healthy O-line next year.
Maybe.
Dustin, I haven't heard from you enough. What's on your mind?
What is
buddy?
your thoughts, man?
Yeah.
I just, like I said, I've got a real hard time picking this game. I do think Philly is the better overall team in almost every category, but there is a part of me that feels like I cannot go against Patrick Mahomes late in the game. But I do think Jalen Hurts, I do want to speak about Jalen Hurts because I think he was my pick for MVP because it's clear that he put the work in. A lot of people were saying that he was not, he wouldn't be able to pass. He wouldn't learn how to be an accurate passer. He relied too much on his legs. He shut them all up. Everybody, all his doubt, you can tell how much work he put in the offseason and over this season. And he's playing with a chip on his shoulder, which is a powerful motivator. So I think I am going to go. I'm finally going to pick it. I've been waffling the whole show. I'm picking the Eagles this game. I'm picking the Eagles to go.
There's your one F-bomb, Jared.
I might fly. I might waffle by the end of the show. I might. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, let's get the final predictions before we go to a quick break.
Well,
Yeah,
I think we gotta start with Rystradamus. You've been relatively silent on your pick here.
Okay. Oh, nice. Good one, Dustin.
So I've been saying this the entire playoff round about this Kansas City Chiefs team. They know how to get this. They know how to get they know how to get the defensive play at the right time, whether it's an interception or a sack. They dial up something to throw the other team off, and it's a turnover. And I've got a feeling it's going to happen in this game too. So this is going to be a very close game. And Cole, I mentioned that this is probably the closest matchup I've seen since Super Bowl 25.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, Kansas City's a 1-point favorite. So, but I'm going to say,
Again?
well, they're 1.5 on DraftKings.
Oh,
wow.
Our new company sponsor, DraftKings.
Oh, that's right. New Belly Up sponsor at DraftKings.
Nice.
I'll have to cut a spot for that too. But I'm gonna go with it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a higher scoring affair than what people think.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Kansas City 38, Eagles 34.
Oh, so you thinking Super Bowl 13-ish in terms of score? Okay.
Well, I'm thinking like 5 years ago, Eagles Pats, that kind of score.
Well, or even more so that one. Yeah.
Cole, let's get your. Actually, wait. Before we get to the final prediction, I do have to bring. We do have one more guest. He just popped it. He just popped in the green room. He is the owner, CFO, COO, and CEO, CFO, and COO of Snowman Multimedia. Brian Snow, Snowman.
What's up, partner?
My brain hurts.
I'm afraid to ask why.
No. I was up late last night and nearly forgot this appearance.
That's okay.
You know how you
stop by.
You know how you're working on stuff and you don't realize what time it is, and then you find that spot in bed and you finally fall asleep and you don't want to move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that was you this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. But you know what I kind of like? I kind of like the dramatic entrance. It's style, man.
Yeah, right. So Snowman, we're just getting to final predictions. Dustin made his prediction. I made my prediction. I'm gonna get to Jared and Cole as well. So you think about your final prediction. I didn't get a chance to watch yesterday, but I want to get. You just dropped off. So he'll come back. I suspect. So Cole, I'm gonna have you do your final prediction. What's your final prediction for this game, other than pain?
Other than pain.
Other than pain.
No, yeah. My prediction. Pain. No, I'm sorry.
There it is.
Man. Mr. T.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to this game. and it's been a minute since I've actually looked forward to a Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah.
And this is it. And here's the funny thing about all this. So the Eagles have the deeper roster. And it's not even a question. They have the deeper roster than the Chiefs. I think they have the better cohesion as a team than the Chiefs. But the Chiefs have the experience factor in the Super Bowl. They have the coach factor in their pocket, meaning that Reed has much more experience than Nick Sirianni.
That's true. This is the Andy Reid Bowl, by the way.
Yeah, and of course he has Andy Reid Bowl, the team he did coach. He's facing against the team he has brought to the Super Bowl now 3 times. It brought that other one to the dance once, and the quarterback has the experience over another. And if you were to ask anybody who would if you were to say, well, here is the stat sheet for Philly, the stat sheet for KC, and you would bring in the experience, people would say, well, it should be the Chiefs because they got the experience of the game and they have the experience of quarterback, the experience of head coach. That should be a slam dunk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so with this one. And the reason why I say that is I really believe that the Eagles are the type of team where they could take whatever you do well and they can make it a little difficult for you. They can make it difficult to execute. And although the Eagles as a unit right now is young, they are very businesslike. And that is what I love the most about the Eagles, seriously. They do take their cue after Jalen Hurts. Hurts doesn't get too far up when they're rolling, and he doesn't get too far down when they're struggling. And when you have a leader that's steady, no matter how old he is, how much experience he has, the team feeds off of it. The defense feeds off of it too. And I think they're going to ride that to a W, along with the fact that you can run on this Chiefs defense. And what do the Eagles do better than any other team that was in the playoff pool? Run.
Oh yeah.
There's only 3 other teams that ran better than them this year. None of them made the playoffs. So to me, final score: Eagles 31, Chiefs 27. And I think it's going to end on an Eagles defensive play, like a sack or a pick or a fumble.
Oh,
Colstradamus.
Right. Yeah, Colstradamus making an appearance. I do have one prediction because it came to me when you pointed out that Andy Reid coached obviously both the Chiefs and the Eagles. There is one other coach,
Sirianni, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There is one other coach out there that has coached both these teams, and I have a prediction it's going to be safe. If he's watching the game, Dick Vermeil will find a way to get emotional about it.
Dick Vermeil also said he's rooting for the Eagles, so I mean, like that should say something right there.
Oh, wow,
it's funny.
Okay.
There was a story that was publicized where he said, "I'm not going to pick who's going to win it."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Wow, okay."
I mean, he'll be wearing.
But I would think he would go. I would think he'd go Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had. To me, I think he put more time. To me, I think he put more time in with the Eagles.
He
The
did.
Chiefs was like his retirement home tour, man. He was just chilling at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was calling out Larry Johnson, telling him to take the diapers
run right,
off,
run
or
left,
whatever
run up
he
the middle.
said.
Listen, Larry Johnson had bigger problems than his coach getting at him, but he was the predecessor to the Ray Rices of the world. So,
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, but
Listen,
Jared, what's your prediction?
Listen, first of all, we're talking Dick Vermeil. Can we talk about Priest Holmes for sakes of a quick appreciation for 30 seconds?
Oh,
him
man.
and Dante Hall, the human joystick.
Oh my God, yeah, those Dante Hall's kick returns, entertaining to watch.
Like the art of amazing kick returners, man. Maybe the last good one was, maybe the greatest one of all time was Devin Hester. Even if they do have a good one in Dallas. Anyway, so the thing is about this Eagles game, there's a lot of things about my Eagles that I love, right? I love how our coach just pisses off people. I love how he gets in people's skin. He does a little thing on the sideline. He's laughing. He's saying, "I know what the F I'm doing." There's a quote from Jason Kelsey. He goes, Jeff Stoutland has a saying, it's hungry dogs hunt faster, right? And he goes, you want to be a hungry dog. Jalen Hurts in the press conference goes, "Man, I ain't hungry. I'm starving for this." So Like, I'm not cursing, Ryan. I'm keeping myself good. This is what happens.
I know you sense
I'm
yourself.
sober as none right now.
Doing
I'm
that.
on my stuff today, man. I'm on just caffeine, a piece of steak, and a protein bar. I'm ready to rock and roll. So basically,
I'll have to cut that
don't
for
forget
later.
the pre-workout that's starting to wear off now.
Yes, definitely.
So the Eagles are a different breed than what Kansas City has faced this year. And I think the Giants and the San Francisco 49ers found out this Eagles team ain't like the rest of the teams in the NFC. Like the Vikings were just happy to be there. The Niners thought they had earned a spot by using a backup quarterback, right? The Giants, dude, they had the best season. They had an awesome season. They deserved all the credit in the world, but they weren't. They fired off all their ammunition before they even got to Philadelphia. And it's not their fault. It's what happens, man. They gave everything to beat the Vikings. The Chiefs have not really played until the playoffs a hard game where they were like scrambling. They lost to the Bills. They lost to the
Bengals,
right? And I think they lost one more stupid game where
Colts. They lost to the
Colts.
Colts.
Like
Yeah.
that Colts team was going to get everyone's goat eventually, right? That was early season 2, so that really doesn't count.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing was about the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs were pushed, but the Chiefs play down to competition a lot. They play with their food the entire season. They've been just playing with their food, and then they got shocked a little bit when the Jags punched them in the mouth a little bit and took their. And the Jaguars should have beaten the Chiefs. Let's not mince words here. The Jags could have easily gone for the jugular and ripped this open and thrown the entire playoffs out of whack, but they didn't because that's what young teams do. They make mistakes and they let the teams back in the game.
If it weren't for Kansas City Chiefs legend Chad Henne.
Yeah, coming in
98-yard drive, baby, like that. Like I go back to
steadying the team. Yeah, I agree.
The Chiefs with Chad Henne are pretty damn good. Whereas when I look at the Eagles, Gardner Minshew, it's like, oh, we're screwed. I can't wait for us to go get like Tyrod Taylor as a backup. Seriously, I'm done with this guy. Like at least Tyrod knows how to run our damn offense. So what kills me about this game is that everyone's talking, oh, the money's on the Eagles. I'm like, it's really not. You want DraftKings, 80%, I think it's 70% of the money or 65% is still on the Chiefs. Money's on the Chiefs, right? And because everyone thinks, oh, the Eagles, it's like, oh, it's like that, they haven't played anybody good all year. I'm like, no.
Oh, yes. Talk about that, please, because I'm not an Eagles fan, but I've heard that on all year long.
Oh yeah, I know. And here's the kicker, right? Is that this Eagles team is built like a bunch of vets, but they're also, and this is why I said about the Giants, and then when they play the Giants, it's a bunch of end of rookie year contract, second contract in the league guys. There's only 5 guys in this roster with a Super Bowl.
Highly motivated.
A lot of hungry, a lot of starving dudes on this roster, and they don't want to hear anything from these clowns. Okay, they want this smoke. And the thing is with Patrick Mahomes, I think, all due respect, Patrick is the greatest quarterback of our generation for now. Right? Until somebody throws him, he's the best quarterback. I think Burrow has a shot. I think Josh Allen still has a shot if he gets if his OC gets his head out of his ass. Sorry, that was one more.
Okay.
That was a shot at my boy from the U, Ken Dorsey, who doesn't know what a running play is. And listen, I'm a big Canes fan, right? But like, listen, Ken Dorsey's a dummy.
This is Josh Allen running the ball.
He's smashing tablets, Ken Dorsey.
Yeah, smashing tablets, chucking headsets. And the thing is, right? And then the other one who's the big 4 is Jalen Hurts. Everyone ignores Jalen Hurts, but I'm like, dude, Jalen Hurts has that something, man. Like, it's almost like a quiet, calm level. Like, okay, he's got this. Like, rarely do I look at a quarterback and I'm just like, okay, I believe. Like Nick Foles had that to me, but it was disbelief more than I believe. Michael Vick, I loved Michael Vick on the Eagles, man. He was one of my favorite players to watch. I loved his
cheat code, man.
Loved him with the Eagles.
I love Super 5, man, but like McNabb, I was either where he's gonna get hurt or make a bonehead throw.
Right.
Yep, well, and there was always
100 with McNabb. Yeah.
I love McNabb. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with him, but I do love him deep down. Like, if I saw McNabb, I would go up and hug him because he was like my child. Him and Dawkins were my childhood heroes.
Oh,
so that's the only. I say never have athletes as role models. There's only one is weapon because Brian Dawkins as a human has made me like appreciate him more than even more of his playing time. Yeah. Anyway, the Eagles with Hurts, they have closers on the field. Or no, I'm sorry, to quote Tim Grover, the trainer from Michael Jordan, There's cleaners, closers, and coolers, right? Patrick Mahomes is a closer. This man, he's probably even be a cleaner. This man, doesn't matter what it is, he may kill you because that is how he's wired. Travis Kelce is a straight up cleaner. He is, doesn't matter who's throwing the damn ball, he's going to come down and he's going to score.
Right.
AJ Brown, closer / cleaner. I don't know. Devontae Smith, definitely a cleaner. He won that national title for Mac Jones. Like, let's be honest. That dude was that entire offense. But Hassan Reddick, Darius Slay, Jalen Hurts, these dudes are straight up killers. When the game is on the line, these dudes want the ball. They want to stop the ball. And when you've got a bunch of dudes on one team who all want the same goal and all are not afraid of the spotlight, that's a terrifying thing, man. So give me the Eagles 34-24. I think it's going to come down to the Eagles get a late touchdown, maybe like a chuck across the middle to Devontae or A.J. Brown or Dallas Goedert, right? And the Chiefs are going to have to scramble. They're going to be down by 10. Or no, they're going to be down by, I'd say, no, late field goal. Sorry, late field goal. It's going to be 24-27. Okay. And the Chiefs are going to have to drive the field. And it's going to be a strip sack by one of those monsters on the front line. And it's going to lead to like a garbage touchdown. And that's how the game's going to end.
How poetic would be if that guy would be Fletcher Cox.
Oh yeah, because there's rumors he's retiring after this year. Mm-hmm. Him, Jason, and there's one more that might retire. There's one more player who might retire. I think Sue said he might retire. So when, like, if he gets another one, like, there's a lot of guys on the Eagles roster like cleats are up after the season.
Well, you do have one person agreeing with you, Rod West from the Rod Uncensored podcast. He says
Rod West.
He predicts the same score, Eagles 34-24.
Listen, Mahomes is going to give us a run, but what's going to happen is there's not going to be as many open because the Eagles don't need to rush more than 5. They don't want to rush more than 5. Right. That 5-man rush is what they're known for. They run a 5-2 defense. Everyone's like, what do they run? I'm like, it's a 5-2 or a 4-3 predator if you really want to get technical. Mm-hmm. I'm a football nerd. I know what a 4-3 predator is because that's what the Ravens used to run with my boy T Sizzle. Like Hassan Reddick is our generation's T Sizzle.
Yeah, and to your point there, that to me that is if there is a weakness, and I do put this in quotes because I don't think the Eagles defense Eagles team has too many weaknesses, but the weakness to me would be the linebacking core, and to cover that up, that's exactly what they do.
So one last thing I'll say before I let whatever you guys want to talk about after this, and I'll let you guys roll with it.
Quick commercial break. So
then
we'll go move on to other stuff.
Eagles are not the Bengals or the Bills or the Jaguars. These guys aren't fake tough guys. These guys want to fight you. Like these guys want to fight the opposing team. Like the best thing about
ask 49ers.
Yeah, ask 49ers. Kayvon Wallace, who is my height and size. He's 5'11", 215, 220. Got in Trent Williams' face, got chucked to the ground, but then Ndamukong Suh stepped up to Trent Williams, and Trent Williams back.
He want any parts of that.
He didn't want that smoke. So listen, and Marcus John, like one of the guys who was like a tone setter on that defense, right? It's Marcus Epps. He almost broke Treylon Burks. He almost broke his sternum on a hit over the middle. They have thumpers on that team. It's not like they have a bunch of like fake tough guys. They have guys who actually might mark you. So the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs understand that, and they're not going to be doing their stupid because like you do
the ring around the rosy thing.
You can't do that stuff with them.
No.
Like that.
They're the Broad Street Bullies, man. These guys are not.
You can't do that stuff
fake
with
tough
them.
guys. Cincinnati Bengals. No. Okay, they want to fight.
No,
they're scrappy. They're dogs. They embody their coach. So yeah.
In fact, I think the Eagles do want the Chiefs to be cute, so they can motivate them to even be more of a mauler.
Well, listen, they've been listening to all the stuff
more of a bouncer to punch them in the mouth. I really believe that.
It's really scary when the Eagles are mad quiet. The biggest meme all week about the Eagles was Darius Slay has a picture of himself tattooed in his calf. That's about it. Shout out to AJ Brown's Twitter for that beautiful gem.
But I will say that's the thing. You made a point earlier, Jared. You said that the Chiefs play down to their competition a lot of times, and that did remind me that they did that ring around the rosy BS against the Raiders. I know to some degree they were having fun, whatever, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. And The Jags playing them did prove one thing. Agnew shredded the Chiefs on special teams, so that's another thing that you got to watch out for. The Chiefs special
Boston
teams,
Scott, baby.
yeah, the
I
Chiefs
didn't
special
think about the
teams.
special teams.
It's not a good. It's the one place where you can tell that they just can't invest any more resources into it.
Although on the flip side, Sky Moore did have that return that drove them to the midfield to get in the midfield for
Yeah,
the game-winning field goal.
to close the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's another factor. So, with the departure of Tyrann Mathieu, that and a bunch of draft picks that they've had, that Chiefs secondary, I think all of them are sipping on Similac. Young, and to me, this goes to even with the dinged up wing. I think this goes to an underrated strength of Hurts. Test them deep.
Mm-hmm.
Test that Chiefs.
Make
test
them
deep.
make the mistakes. Yeah,
And
exactly.
And you got two playmakers that can beat them deep on either side.
Dude, Shane Steichen is literally sitting there watching this on tape. He goes, dude, Burrow. So, by the way, I love watching film. I say this all the time, but like one thing that drove me nuts about the Chiefs game plan, dude, they made all the wrong moves. Yeah, Chris Jones was a nightmare, but run screens, run bubble screens to your elite playmakers, get the ball down the field, make him beat you, wear these guys out, run no huddle to wear the defense out. All things I guarantee Shane Steichen's like writing down stuff like, I got this. I'm gonna get these bastards. I'm get them. He's like he's a schemer, man. He wants to get them like that. So I don't know.
Here's a similar game plan they need. Here's a similar game plan they need to run. You know, when Dallas went into South Philly, and everybody was talking about Micah Parsons, that he probably would wreck whatever the Eagles want to do offensively.
That little dump out, the rollout dump.
Yeah.
It was the smartest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and what did they do? They neutralized them to the point where it's like, well, I don't know what to do.
They're gonna just
and render them ineffective.
They're gonna put Landon Dickerson, his 6'4", 6'6", big butt, and Jason Kelsey, and they're gonna double team the daylights out of Chris Jones to the second level with Miles running behind him with a full head of steam. Listen, they know what they want to do. It's not like the Chiefs have an all-star team in the front line. They know they got about Frank Clark. They got to kick Karlaftis out because he's not the fastest dude in the world, and they got to push Chris Jones to the point of attack or run straight at him. It's the same way they handled Aaron Donald all those years under the Peterson era. Not rocket science.
No, it's not. Exactly.
And Ryan, I know, is chomping at the bit to do take an ad break.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're going to take that ad break. We're going to take a quick. We're going to have a word from Invader Coffee, and when we come back, we'll talk about some novelty props. We'll talk about foods, all that stuff coming right up. So stay tuned. This episode of No Credentials Required is brought to you by Invader Coffee. For the coffee lover who wants good, quality coffee with no bullshit and no filler, Invader Coffee is an ultra-premium, veteran-owned coffee company proudly delivering only the best coffee your hard-earned money can buy. They aim to only serve the highest quality, organic, air-roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. They keep things simple. The best coffee at an affordable price in order to provide you with the value you deserve for your morning boost. 100% fair trade, 100% organic coffee beans, 100% air-roasted, 100% money-back guarantee. Visit invadercoffee.com, enter promo code BELLYUP at checkout, and receive 15% off your order.
I have to give him a run now.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear that the music in that commercial break, I'm thinking I should salute the flag. It sounds so patriotic.
That's right. That's right. Cole Johnson, Army veteran. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
So yes, help the show by visiting the affiliate link in the description, both on Facebook and on YouTube and on the podcast side. Use promo code BELLYUP for 15% off your order. Dustin, I know you had a pretty kind of a funny story involving Invader Coffee.
Well, I did, and I'm drinking it this morning. So
as am I.
Shout out to keeping us awake here for these early morning shows. Even though it's not really that early morning, it just speaks more to my lifestyle. But anyway, Invader Coffee. So I went to try the new donut dealer blend that they released a few short weeks ago. And I think there was a mishap. It was probably on the post office end, but long story short, I ended up having to go to the post office to pick that up.
Oh,
And so I tell the lady at the post office, I say, I'm here to pick up a package. I got a slip on my door. Here we go. She comes out, and Invader Coffee, you gotta love them. They put their advertising on their packaging. They're talking about new blends, everything. The only problem, which I didn't, because when this lady handed me the coffee, she kind of gave me a weird look. She was like, "Oh, just sign here and here you go." But she kind of gave me a sideways look, and I'm like, "Why?" Then I looked at the packaging, and they were advertising their Chocolate Lust Valentine's Day blend,
which is what I was just drinking.
Which is
Yes,
sold out, by the way.
all over the packaging. It just says Chocolate Lust in huge letters with like a rose on it. And I'm like, what does this lady think I'm picking up? Like,
Porn.
It didn't occur to me. It didn't occur to me because she gave me like this sideways look. I'm walking out of the post office. Then I see the package. I'm like, oh, that's why. That's why. I almost wanted to go back in there and be like, I assure you it is coffee, ma'am.
I'll even open the package and show you it's coffee.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Man, shout out to Invader Coffee. Their marketing is great with the designing on their packaging. The only thing that's better than their marketing is their customer service and also the coffee itself.
Absolutely. And
Looking always forward to that donut dealer blend.
Yep, I'm actually getting mine on. I got mine scheduled for Monday delivery, so I'm looking forward to that. And they always send you. They always
right now.
Hey, all right.
Listen, like I love Black Rifle. I go to them a lot, but the thing is, it's a pain in the butt to get them. It's overpriced for what the quality of the coffee is. Because the problem is they've been on shelves for a lot. Now they've gone big time. It's bound to happen with any coffee maker. So. Yeah. I'm liking the whiskey blend. Looks nice. The bacon whiskey blend got me interested too. Or bacon bourbon, sorry. But I'm looking, I don't know. It's like I'm trying to get, I want a little flavor to my coffee because I drink it straight black. I don't touch anything, no cream, no sugar, nothing.
Me too.
So,
Me too.
Yeah.
But it's my father, man. I grew up on Nicaraguan or Colombian coffee. So or Kenyan coffee if it's the middle of the summer for my old man. So definitely like my intense flavor.
Well, I mentioned this pro tip last time, so I'll mention it again. So when you're drinking the Chocolate Lust or the tiramisu or the or even the holiday blends, I think they still have a sale on holiday blends right now. Drink it, eat a little piece of dark chocolate beforehand, and you get those notes. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Man, the little accented notes. Now, I will say, Jared, if you're ordering, don't forget to use our affiliate code for.
Oh, of course I will. Like,
and use promo code BellyUp for 15% off your order.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get to some prop bets, novelty and otherwise. This is pretty fun prop bets out there. I was looking at credit to For the Win on USA Today, and they mentioned a bunch of the prop bets. But we also have some prop bets available on DraftKings. So you might want to check that out on our affiliate link for Belly Up Sports. You get $200. I think it's $200 in free bets or something like that. I can't remember the exact wording for it. But anyway, so I'm looking at the DraftKings app right now, and there's some interesting novelty bets. Like who will win the coin toss with what? Heads, tails. They say tails never fails, but sometimes
I'm a heads guy. I always pick heads. I don't know why. I always.
What did he say?
For coin flips, get your mind out the gutter.
It never leaves there.
They've got the jersey number of the first touchdown scorer. They got scoregami. Will there be scoregami? There's also the very rare octopus. And if you don't know what an octopus is, the octopus is the touchdown scorer also scores a 2-point conversion.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. 8 points.
Yeah, so that does, because I was like, what is that?
The very rare octopus. And DraftKings asked if there will be an octopus. Yes is plus 1,400. No is minus 5,000. So it'll be interesting to see if there's an octopus. But there's some interesting.
I never got this. I'm looking at.
I just told you what the octopus was.
I'm sorry.
He was busy
Put
ordering.
your phone away.
I was ordering coffee.
Yeah.
And thank you for that. You're supporting the show with the affiliate link. Use it in the link below. Anyway, so the octopus is the touchdown scorer also scores a 2-point conversion. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Say yes, because Jalen Hurts will probably run one in and then run another one in.
I
There
would
you go.
say,
yeah.
yeah.
Sirianni likes to go for 2. I could see that happening.
He's worse than
That I
Doug
can stand.
Peterson, man. The stress level I go through during games is just insane. I literally am like, Nick, just kick the dang ball. Let me breathe here.
No, you
Someone
mentioned
who-
it. You mentioned it. Yeah, Nick has that chip on his shoulder. It's like, yeah, let me rub it in a little
listen,
more.
He's got that Dan Campbell in him.
Dude,
Yeah.
Andy Reid, the first thing he did when he walked in the building as a Chiefs is fire Nick Sirianni. And I was like,
right.
and Nick is that petty. He will hold that.
Oh, I'm sure he's holding it now. I'm
He's
positive.
got a picture of Andy Reid. He's like throwing darts, dummy grenades. He probably's got his concealed carry, is blasting away at the target. He's like, I am coming for you.
That effer.
I'm going to feed you a vegan cheeseburger and you're going to like it.
So here's on For the Win at usatoday.com. They had a bunch of the fun prop bets, and Chris Stapleton is the national anthem singer this year. They're estimating for the over under is 119.5 seconds, so just a little under 2 minutes.
Not quite.
Are you guys going with the over or the under?
Oh, go the over. Chris Stapleton can hit those high notes, and I mean, like, he likes to drown and like go. I'm a country boy, so like Chris Stapleton's one of my favorites. He will definitely drag a note out or two, especially if he's got the guitar with him. So I think if he goes acoustic, it'll be under, but if he goes electric, it's going to be a full 2-minute kind of set.
Okay. All right, Cole, how about you?
Yeah, Chris Stapleton's easily my favorite voice in country right now, and one of my favorite voices, period, in the music industry today.
See, mine's Cody Cannon, but that's a whole nother.
Look, I just
Whiskey Myers, dude, is my favorite. Like,
Luke Combs, former rugger.
I remember hearing this, and I said under because I was thinking he just probably want to just sing it straight through, and I'm thinking it's just him with the mic. But I didn't think about the guitar if he's going to play it. If he has a guitar, I'm with Jared. If it's with the guitar, even if it's acoustic, it's going over. If it's just him with the mic, it's going under.
All right, Dustin, how about you? Over or under?
I kind of echo Cole's sentiments here because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, it's going to be no frills. He's just going to go through it. But Jared bring up the point of the guitar and stuff. I think an instrumental arrangement would add some time. So I'll take the over as well. But side note, no one's touching Whitney Houston's rendition of the national anthem.
Never
going to happen.
That's never. The goat right there.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. Second place to Marvin Gaye. He did a great one.
There we go.
Third place NHL All-Star game with Slash just wailing on the guitar.
And Metallica during the Stanley Cup final in 2016.
I would have to switch Whitney and Marvin because.
Okay, all right, I can respect
that. Got some love for Marvin.
Yeah,
Whitney, Lady Gaga.
Gaga did a good job.
Else? Yeah, Gaga did a good job, but nobody outclasses Whitney Houston Super Bowl 25. Absolutely nobody.
That was, then the planes are flying over, and it was like, oh man.
Yeah, and of course it was during the Desert Storm era.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing. That one is unbelievable.
Now, I will say this for a moment in Star Spangled Band history, it is Whitney's, no question.
Yep.
But just listening to it note for note and just listening to it for song. Yeah, Marvin's at the NBA All-Star game in '83 still gets me every time.
If I remember correctly, that Whitney Houston's Star Spangled Banner was released as a single, and I think it was number 1 for a while.
It was released as a single, and it was released as a single, and it was pre-recorded.
Yeah, and I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was number 1 song for a while, if I remember correctly, or at least the number 1 single sold.
Yeah, probably.
I'll have to research that. Do some research.
Guys, I have to revise my statement because I forgot about Fergie's rendition of the national anthem. I can't even finish that with a straight face.
That's my that's my favorite one of all time from the standpoint of when I saw the Warriors circa 2000. I think this was 2018 or so.
Yeah, when was that? I think
when they parodied it and they did a dance with it and it turned into a viral meme. Yeah. that was my favorite one.
Here's a trivia question for you guys.
All right.
There was only one Super Bowl that did not feature the national anthem.
Oh.
I want to say the first one, but I'd probably be wrong.
If Snowman's watching, he might get this.
He would probably get it. Yeah.
but there's only one Super Bowl where the national anthem was not sung.
I would say either it'd be the first one, but I wouldn't. I think they would.
It was 2020.
Or I would say, doggone it. What was the Super Bowl when the Rams and the Patriots played the first time? Was that 36?
2001.
Yeah. The greatest show on
36.
turf versus the Pats.
I
there.
would say that one, just because they were doing all sorts of everything else patriotic. They probably forgot to do it.
It was Super Bowl 11. Vicky Carr did not sing the national anthem. She sang "America the Beautiful."
See, well, and that's the crazy thing. I was gonna guess. I mean, because that's what I was thinking. I immediately went to September 11th, and I was like, somebody probably did "America the Beautiful," and then so that's why
That's what I was thinking.
2001. That's where it came out. But okay, so we were partially.
I thought
right.
since
Mariah
2020
Carey. Mariah Carey sang the
2021 was the
national anthem that
wonkiest
game.
Super Bowl of all time. I figured that was it.
No, yeah. So there's a trivia question for you guys.
That's a good one.
Super Bowl 11 was the only Super Bowl where the national
So
anthem
the
was
greatest
not played.
decimation of the Vikings, the
The
one
Vikings,
where they
yep,
lost.
Yep.
What was it? Was it their fourth straight they lost in that decade?
I think this is the fourth time they lost. Yeah.
Rough.
But yeah, so I'm just looking at some of the past national anthem singers. Luke Bryan was a couple of years ago. Eric Church, Pink sang the national anthem.
Eagles.
Say what you want about
That's
Pink,
Eagles
but
Super Bowl.
Pink, Alicia
Pink is a
Moore,
really good singer.
wonderful singer.
Wonderful singer.
Aaron Neville and Aretha Franklin duetted for the Detroit Super Bowl. Let's see. Who
Right,
else?
I know.
Oh, what
Backstreet-
is that? Is that
Backstreet Boys.
2006? We don't talk about that.
Literally,
the Jerome
literally, the
Bettis
only Super
retirement
Bowl where-
ball.
The only rigged,
Oh.
the most rigged of all Super Bowls of all time. That game was so sketchy.
Thank you for saying that. And
Listen, I'm not an NFL's rigged guy.
Warming
but that
his
game,
Seahawk
I
heart.
swear, that refs crew had some money on Pittsburgh.
well,
there
and
was-
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you really want to get tinfoil hat with it, there's something that came out on the episode of The Football Life. They did an episode of The Football Life. Yes, I'm talking about The Football Life again. I always do.
I love that series.
They
It's
did
It's a
an
tradition unlike
episode-
any other on this show, Dustin.
they did an episode on Mike Holmgren, and he said that one of the refs he knew from when he used to coach in high school, and the ref had done some of his high school games, and Holmgren said, I went up to him as a joke and I said, I hope this game's not too big for you. And he said, I wish I never said that, because he implied that ref did not take kindly to that. And he was the head of that officiating crew that year.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, Mike Holmgren, why'd you have to say that?
Yeah.
Listen,
So as for I haven't made my pick yet. I'm gonna go with the under. I'm gonna buck the trend with you guys. I'm gonna go with the under.
Okay.
Under 119 and a half seconds.
Okay.
Go with the under.
fair
So
enough.
you're saying it's going to be a quick, just a good performance,
Quick
just
in and out. Let's go to the game.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So the next prop bet is the color of the Gatorade that will be poured on the winning coach.
It's lemon lime. The Eagles
yeah.
are known for
Yellow,
it.
lemon lime. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Eagles are known
yellow
for
lime
it.
is lemon lime is plus 150 right now, followed by orange, followed by blue, followed by pink or red or pink, followed by just water.
Nobody's doing just water. Nobody.
No.
is.
Nobody does
no.
water.
No.
Yeah, I say I'm going with Jared. This is lemon lime for
Yeah.
sure.
Lemon lime makes sense to me. It's the original, and it is my favorite Gatorade flavor still.
Yes.
After all these years. What about you, gentlemen?
Yeah. Well, yeah, lime is my favorite Gatorade flavor.
Well,
But I actually say
mine's
orange.
grape, but I know they're not.
Yeah, grape is underrated.
Grape is cool. I like that too. But I say orange.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh,
Orange,
okay.
another safe
Spicy.
pick, I think. That's a
Mhm.
pretty
All right.
good
So
one.
halftime show. First song to be played during the halftime show. Rihanna is the
Umbrella.
Umbrella.
Nah.
No.
That's what I'm hoping for, but I don't think it'll happen. I like some Riri every
I
once
think
in a while.
I think she'll end with Umbrella. I'd say please don't stop the music.
Yeah, I'm going with that
Okay.
too.
Yeah, get everybody hyped up. Now,
Yeah.
does anybody think that what was that song she did with Eminem? I'm trying to remember. A couple
Yeah, love the way you
There's
lie.
two of them,
Yeah, Love the Way You Lie. Do you
Or
think that they
Monster, there's two of them.
do you think they do an ensemble and they have like Eminem come out and Jay-Z was on that track too, wasn't
The
he?
Umbrella.
Well,
she
No,
did,
no.
yeah.
Well,
Oh.
funny
That
you
one.
say that, Dustin,
Okay.
because actually one of the prop bets is
Mhm.
guest appearance during the halftime show.
I say that would be Run This Town.
Oh yeah, Run This Town. That's
They
what I'm
bring Kanye
thinking.
out.
Okay.
Jay-Z was on that.
Mhm.
It was Run This Town. A bunch of people had verses. One of them we won't talk about. I'm hoping she throws Suburbia in there. Just
You mean Disturbia?
Oh, the
or
Disturbia?
Disturbia,
Oh,
yeah.
weird now.
Man, this is Frank Wycheck all over again.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
I got to get
So-
another cup of Invader.
Yeah. So that's the first song. What's the last song that she'll sing?
I say Umbrella.
Okay.
Okay, so you're closing.
Mhm.
Oh,
I say she closes with Diamonds. That's the easy pick.
I think she
I
could
love
open
that
with
song.
Diamonds. That's a song she could open with.
I didn't
She
think
could
about
also
that to
open with-
open. That's
Oh,
a good one,
she-
Jared.
what's
She could also open with "This Is What You Came For," but we need
I
Calvin
didn't
Harris.
think about.
by.
I didn't think about she could
Standing
open with
by.
Diamonds. That's a good one, Jared.
I wish she could do this. All of the lights, but the problem is Kanye's so instrumental that song. It's like, ugh. Maybe she could have like another, like her fiance ASAP Rocky do Kanye's lines for it, because he's a talented rapper. So
Yeah.
like,
He is.
I could see
is.
ASAP could do one with her, like basically be like, because All the Lights is one of her most famous appearances of all time. Like that'd be great. But the problem is
Yeah,
Kanye's
All
a
Lights is
dummy.
good song. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Kanye's Kanye
100.
right now.
Yeah.
So we
I
get
ain't
the
a Mario
last song.
West, yes.
Excuse me. We get the last
Yeah.
song.
Who
we
do you
get the
think is the
first
last
song.
song, Ryan?
Last song, I would say Diamonds is the last song.
Last song I could say is I could say it's the problem is all of her song, like Rihanna is
Mhm.
arguably my favorite female artist. Like
Mhm.
I love her music. Like I'm
I
a
do too.
country boy. I listen to a lot of country music, 90s and early 2000s rap music, rock and roll. But I appreciate Rihanna because she's just good at what she does.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
Wonder.
She's
Wonder.
got an
Songs are
amazing.
You could also
Wonder.
argue for the first song is "This Is What You Came For," but again, you'd have to have Calvin Harris
Also.
standing by on as DJ for that. So
All I know is my little sister. She roots for the Eagles, but she's not the biggest football fan. She's ecstatic for Rihanna to do the halftime show.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I think it's
So-
going to be a great performance, I think.
yeah,
I think it is.
And then we come to the guest appearances during the halftime show. Drake is the leader on the leaderboard. I could
Mhm.
see Eminem making an appearance if
Yeah.
they do Love the Way You Lie.
Yeah, see, I
But he was in
feel like-
last year's halftime show.
Yeah. Of all of them, I'd say I could see Drake, and I would say Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z with Run This Town. Yeah.
I mean, Jay-Z also
and he's on
Jay-Z discovered
Umbrella.
her. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's also on Umbrella, right?
He's also on Umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Maybe they do like the last two songs. This is making me think that you're right,
True.
Cole. They do Love the Way You Lie, or they do Run This
Run This
Town,
Town.
and then they go right into Umbrella to close
And
it
they-
out. Because
and
then
they
he's
can't-
still out there.
And they can because the tempo of both songs are similar. So
Yeah.
that's a really good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. You know, you gotta think of how they're going to structure the set. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah.
That's a real good point.
So moving on to who will the Super Bowl MVP mention first in his speech, and it's usually the three are religious figure. It's usually Jesus or God.
Yeah.
The teammates, that's next in line, or family.
If
So-
it's Jalen Hurts, it's going to be family and probably his agent and his whole management team. They're all women, by the way. Shout out to Jalen for that.
Yeah. But probably yeah.
If it's Jalen, it's going to be definitely his dad, who's was his coach, his brother, who's his role model, his mom.
Oh,
Like-
God. Wonderful guy.
Like everything I've heard, because I know people from Houston who know Jalen personally. They're like, dude, he's like, his family is like, they're the coolest people of all. They're so down to earth. Like they're
Mhm.
good home Texas country people. They're good people,
Yes,
right?
they are. Yes, they are.
But if it's Pat, it's probably going to be teammates and religion. Hassan Reddick is a wild card. So is Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce might shut out Jeff Jarrett. Who knows?
Travis Kelce might shout out, like, his
might insult the
brother.
system. Might
do it
insult the
that way.
Cincinnati mayor again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jabroni.
You jabroni.
Yeah. Or maybe if it's one of the Kelsey brothers that's MVP, they'll shout out their lesser known third brother. What was it? Raphael Kelsey. Did anybody see that Rachel
Raphael
Bonetta?
Kelsey.
Did anybody see that Rachel
Really?
Bonetta video?
I wish I did. Oh.
She is a different. I you know what's the thing is, it's like Rachel Bonetta's brand of comedy is funny, dude. Like,
Yeah.
She's a less annoying Kate Nolan.
Oh
my God.
Right.
Everyone remember
Oh,
when Kate Nolan
Lord,
got
man.
$20 million for basically being a paperweight at ESPN?
Uh-huh.
Like, dude, I've never seen a worse. Listen, I'm from Connecticut. We know ESPN employees' salaries because it's state records.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, some of these guys, like, at least Stephen A. earned that money. Katie Nolan, they got her from Fox, and everyone's like,
Look,
really?
Stephen A. had to get shoulder surgery because he was carrying ESPN on his shoulders. That's why he got
Shoulders.
Listen,
shoulder
like
surgery.
Hannah Storm earned her money. What was it?
Yes.
Linda Cohn, who I went to high school with her son.
Oh wow.
She's
Okay.
Katie in the world, right?
Yeah.
He totally earned her money.
Earned her money.
Yep.
Like Hannah Storm, like all these women on all these anchors on SportsCenter. Katie Nolan was just decent at a show, and she was kind of
There.
fun.
She was
She's
there.
Yeah, I
She
was
was
going to say. Yeah, please.
I don't find the appeal.
I was going to say maybe you three can help me out. What was it about Kate Nolan? Because I would watch her stuff
she's
or listen to stuff. I never really
guess
got
she's
She's
anything.
semi-attractive.
quirky and semi-attractive, but her
Yeah.
humor is not there.
Yeah, it didn't work. Like,
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
I was much more of a like Michelle Beadle fan. I thought that
Yeah.
she did stuff that was funnier than Katie Nolan.
Yeah,
I
and
felt like,
Michelle Beadle was very smart too.
yes, she was extremely knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I didn't always agree with her
she's a
takes.
bit knowledgeable, but she's annoying too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have kind of gone the other way. I liked her when she was at ESPN. Since she has left, I kind of am with you now, Cole. But Katie Nolan, I never figured it out either.
No,
Because
I couldn't understand.
I don't know,
It's
but
weird.
like
there's a couple anchors. Like, I mean, like I loved Christine Leahy when she was with Cowherd. I think she kept Colin
Yeah.
kind of down to earth. Dude,
yeah,
I couldn't
she would
stand
check
Joy
'em.
Taylor. Joy Taylor annoyed me because her takes were like, you knew there was a little bit of axe to grind behind some of her takes. I'm like, come on, Joey, really?
Yeah, almost every and
Well, that's why I love
funny
now
thing
that
is-
she does the show is Shady, because Shady
And her
calls
brother-
out
and
her
her-
anti-Philly bias, and it's hilarious.
And her brother is Jason Taylor.
I was
I love Jason though.
The funny
Me
thing
too.
about
Me too. Former Jet.
the funny thing about Joy to me is it's like you really know the stuff that you know, but it's like you gotta lean on the fact you rock hard for Miami, you rock hard for your older brother,
And for Dak
and-
Prescott.
and and LeBron James, and I'm like,
Ugh.
okay, we get that. What else? You've been in this culture for a good while. You know the stuff. What else do you have to offer?
Yeah, I mean,
And
be
and
versatile.
I love the axe to grind thing because it's like that
Yeah.
seems to be what her bent is. I'm like,
Shout. This is one thing I'm not the biggest. Like Barstool hit and miss on, right? But they do give some of these women who know sports. They give them the platform. Like Casey Smith, Fran. These girls actually know their stuff about football. Their podcast, which is all girl led, I listen to it every week. It's great. It's honestly a good show, and they know what the hell they're talking about. And that's why I look at it. It's like sometimes I think these big networks, they try to shoehorn people in. Like NFL Network, I think does a good job because Kate Adams was amazing. The girl they got to replace her, whose name I cannot remember. I like her too. Does she got the attraction, like where she's the center of the camera like Kay Adams is? No. But is she great at what she does? Yeah. And Kay Adams' show on FanDuel. I mean, I think that was maybe the wrong poll because FanDuel.
I stand for Kim Jones because she was with Yes Network first.
Oh yeah,
Kim Jones is good, man. I love Kim
Yeah.
Jones. I love when she reports on NFL stuff. MJ Acosta, she was supposed to be on my show. Literally, I had an interview with her, and then Antonio Brown left Raiders camp, and that was it. Never got another shot.
Ugh.
I got a DM from her at 4:45 in the afternoon that AB just walked off the field. She's got to hop on a plane to Oakland. I'm like, son of a bitch. So my Astro AB is still there. Shout out to my former coworker Penny. She's the one who hooked me up with that interview. But MJ, I do like MJ Acosta. I like her when she's on. I like her when she's on the camera. There was one more I actually had a lot of appreciation for. What's her freaking? I want to take a shot at Samantha Ponder. She's the worst. She's the worst.
Not
And
great,
I'm not
Bob.
even gonna say it's like a nepotism thing because of her husband. Like she's better than her husband. Her husband got drafted because of her. Like let's be honest. I just
like when she was Samantha Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still remember. I think that was the draft. If I'm trying to remember, it was like ESPN. Something happened with their graphics. I swear somebody must have made a joke. But after Christian Ponder got drafted where he did, and then also I think this happened when Tim Tebow was drafted by the Broncos. Trent Dilfer was the correspondent back then, and the graphic under him just said "Angry Trent Dilfer" because he was ranting about how the quarterbacks shouldn't have been drafted where they were. It was pretty funny. I will never forget that. Oh man.
No.
I think I just love how we're talking about like all these broadcasters, and the thing that cracks me about a lot of these guys is that unfortunately broadcast media can kind of be like they're talking about. Okay, so like the Fox right now, right? Greg Olson has done amazing. Wayne, New Jersey's on, by the way. Shout out to my uncle. Half my family lives in Wayne, New Jersey. That's
and
why
one of the U.
And of the U. Originally went to Notre Dame, but he got smart. 7th floor crew. Anyway, so basically, like Greg Olson and Kevin Burkhardt have been amazing, right? They've been great. They've been a fun combo.
Mm-hmm.
I would love. There's a rumor going around they want to do a Gronk and Tom Brady booth. That'd be like a Manning cast. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Are you kidding me?
No.
The two of them together would be unbelievably funny.
I don't know about
my
that.
butt just clenched a little bit, guys. That's a little bit of a hard combination for me. Look, listen, I had to endure them as a Jets fan for so many years, winning at their expense. Do I want to see them on TV together? No, I don't.
Why did your butt have to clench?
See, the thing is, I think the Jets fan because the amount of
that was the face I made, Cole. You mean,
the amount of butt whoopings they took from you guys took from them sucks. At least as an Eagles fan, I mean, we still owe Tom one more like punch in the mouth, but we got our payback on the Patriots in 2017. So like I'm square with the Patriots.
All right. So there's more prop bets. The first one is who will run the first commercial after kickoff. Now keep in mind,
Budweiser.
No. Anheuser-Busch no longer has the exclusive commercial rights for beers.
Oh wow!
Beer.
Okay.
So they're
first time in 30 years.
So
it's gonna be Coors. Yeah, it's gonna be Coors.
Wow. So they parted ways in NFL. I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, no, they
didn't part ways, but they don't have the exclusive rights anymore.
Exclusivity rights.
Okay. Yeah, 30
so
years.
Like Miller, I'm a big Miller Coors guy because my two favorite cheap beers are Coors Banquet, Miller Lite. So I mean, like I'm Team Miller Coors all day.
You're in the Johnny Lawrence train with the Coors Banquet.
That's actually why I started drinking it because I'm a country boy. Everyone thought I was drinking it because of Yellowstone. I never watched an episode yet. Yellowstone not only features my favorite cheap beer and my favorite band, but I've never watched them once.
I haven't watched it either, but I've been meaning to.
You will love Yellowstone.
I know my parents, my friends have been telling me, my brother-in-law, they're all telling me like, Jerry, you would love Yellowstone. I'm like, I know. I'm not watching right. I'll watch it.
I know.
Listen, there's like 50. Everyone listen, I've never watched Breaking Bad. Everyone says I'll love it. I just never watched it.
Yeah, Breaking Bad is good.
Yeah, that's something I haven't watched.
The only thing I know about Heisenberg is that Jalen Hurts is going to walk up to the Chiefs D line and go, "Say my name."
He might also walk up to them and say, "I am the one who knocks." That's Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick is going to say, "I am the one who knocks." Man, Pat.
Actually, I'm going to go with the prop bets. I'm going to go with a completely different mindset here for the first commercial. Okay. Snickers, huh?
Why wait? Jump on that first commercial. I got
exactly.
You. Mm-hmm. The first thing that came to my mind, and I think I'm going to be dead wrong about this, but I just like Doritos. Doritos might jump out of the gate.
Chevy.
I don't know. Okay.
Cole, how about you?
Let me see. Well, yeah, I'd say that either would be beer, and I would have said Anheuser-Busch, but I didn't know they lost their exclusive rights to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'd probably say, Marvel.
Oh, that could be slip a nice trailer in there.
I'll throw one in too. Mandalorian trailer.
Okay.
Okay.
Disney,
Disney
yeah.
Plus.
Listen,
Disney.
March 1st, man. Listen,
They do own Fox Sports.
And my next tattoo is literally a Mandalorian logo on my chest right here, like the little mythosaur skull. It's going around my chest. One of my 5,000 that I probably spent too much time on.
All right,
I gotta re-up Disney Plus. I gotta get it because I gotta catch up.
I got the Hulu ESPN
Yeah,
Plus Disney Plus
did that.
package.
My sister, my brother-in-law did that. It's great. It's worth it. Even though they're about to drop Hulu apparently.
So the last prop bet, number of celebrities that will be shown on the broadcast.
What's the over under?
Let's see. I don't think there really is an over under, but
it's a pick 'em basically.
It's a pick 'em basically. So I'm gonna say at least 10.
I'm gonna say 8.
And we'll get one Rob McElhenney appear.
Oh yeah, no, because there's a lot of famous Eagles and Chiefs fans.
And
You're
Chiefs
gonna
fans,
get your Rob Riggle, you're gonna get Paul Rudd.
Yep.
You're probably gonna get Bradley Cooper, Mike Trout, Will Smith, Pink,
Rob McElhenney.
You're probably gonna get the whole Always Sunny crew. They're all Eagles fans.
Yeah.
No, Charlie Day's a Patriots fan.
Yeah. I don't know what Glenn Howerton is.
Who cares? He's weird.
Who cares?
Who
cares? Ryan Reynolds.
All we care about is what's his wife? What's Rob McElhenney's last name? She plays
Caitlin Olsen.
Kate Olsen. Yeah, they're Eagles fans. That's established.
And their kids are Eagles fans too.
They're raising their kids right.
Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah, they're gonna have Wrexham hats on and Eagles jerseys, guaranteed. Because Wrexham's playing, I think today, right?
Sure.
I think I saw Rob McElhenney on Twitter and he tweeted it out. You're gonna see Miles Teller, probably Kiki Palmer and her husband. They're both big Eagles fans. So I'm gonna say at least 12 to 15 because they're gonna show every single famous fan there. Meek Mill might walk out with the Eagles, knowing how them and Uzi.
Either Meek Mill or Uzi Vert will probably walk out.
They might bring both of them. Like they might do both.
I would say Kevin Hart, but they probably fear that he'll be drunk before they start.
No, they're gonna keep Kevin Hart up. They're gonna keep Kevin Hart up in Jeffrey Lurie's box this time because they don't want him getting on those hammers. Brian
and Wrexham is
former players like Brian Dawkins. They'll probably show. They'll probably show what's his face. Mike Vick is gonna be there. Shady. Yeah. They'll probably do for the Chiefs. They'll probably show like who's a famous Chief man?
Christian Okoye.
Let me see.
Oh, Nigerian Nightmare.
Tabahali.
Tabahali, yeah. Penn State legend.
Will they show Dick Vermeil at the game, and will he be crying? Maybe.
Oh, Lord.
That's a prop bet all its own, man.
No matter the team.
Will be there wearing nothing but an NFL logo hat.
Oh, yeah. He does.
Very Rob Lowe.
I'm gonna...
Peyton. They're going to show Peyton probably because Peyton's kid is a big Jalen Hurts fan. So he'll be there in the sideline with an Eagles jersey on.
Okay, so at least 20 is
what. They're gonna have like so many celebrities.
At least 20.
It's gonna be bad.
All
like,
these names, so
I know there's a
we're
lot.
Pulling names out of everywhere. They're gonna show like if we get loose with it, like it's how you cost celebrity because it's like unless you're a football fan, you know what Brian Dawkins is. Right. You know what Peyton is, but you know what Brian Dawkins is or Mike. You know Mike.
We're not this is the celebrities. This is not former football. This is not.
Okay, so yeah, no, I consider Peyton Manning a celebrity. He's at that level.
Okay,
that's true.
Celebrities. Bradley Cooper.
I say 15. 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah. Bradley Cooper, Will Smith. Kevin Hart.
Miles Teller.
Yeah. Doggone it. I don't know too many Chiefs celebrity fans.
Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle.
Yeah, Rob Riggle's the one that I remember.
That's the only two that I can think of off the top of my head. But I can't think of many others.
Rasheed Wallace, because he got booed out of the 76ers stadium last night for wearing a freaking Chiefs jersey to a Sixers game. Like Sheed, come on, bro. I love Sheed, man. Ball don't lie, but you're dumb as hell.
She don't give
Philly, and you. Oh my god!
She don't give a crap. He's no, they
booed out there with this. Like, I'm like, bro, he even wearing like, I couldn't even remember.
He love me, baby.
Like if he was wearing like an Eric Berry or like a Dante Hall or like even a Priest Holmes jersey, whoever 30 is for the Chiefs, man.
She's like,
That
they hate me. I don't care.
it's like that old Chappelle bit where they're like on the Chappelle show where he's like,
Player hate his ball.
former players, and then
Yes.
they rolled down they're like, because everybody used to shoot a 3-point and say like MJ
Kobe.
or Kobe or whatever.
Kobe.
Well, the best was when they rolled down the window and all the smoke came out, and Charlie Murphy was just like Rasheed Wallace.
Oh my gosh.
You know what's so funny? As I'm getting older, I'm realizing the Chappelle Show had like an all-star cast. I was like, dude,
They
this is
did.
Yes.
my boy
Yes.
Bill Burr, Charlie
Yes.
Murphy.
Mhm.
Who's that
Some
one
of the
chick that was
funny-
always on it? She's hysterical. I can't think of her name
Some
right
of the
now.
funniest
The
comedians that I've
episode
ever
when
seen
Wayne Brady
on
went dark.
Yeah.
Yo, okay.
Then
I will say this right now, as a and I'm not even trying to bring this into it. As a white boy from country America, the Chappelle Show is 1,000 times better than SNL. SNL actually sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
SNL.
The
I
last
never
good
really
SNL
felt-
skit I watched was the election one with Chris Rock and Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle.
I was
That
going to
was
say,
the funniest thing. Having very conservative parents and watching this and a conservative I'm libertarian, man. I hate the government, period.
Mhm.
But like my roommate's super conservative from like backwoods Wisconsin, watching the election, and my roommates were from central New Haven, Connecticut, super liberal. We're all watching the election together, and I'm watching the show. I saw the skit the next morning. I'm like, yo, this is my living room, bro. I'm getting out of here. But man, yeah, no, they have SNL's been kind of lame, but either way, I love the Chappelle Show. That was great.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I think we're gonna take one quick commercial break, then we'll do one quick segment. And we'll get out of here because it's almost noon Eastern time.
Good, because
So,
I need to start eating soon.
yeah, you
we've
do.
been chopping it up.
Yeah, we have. So we'll
Yeah,
do
we
one
have.
more quick break from one of our newest affiliates at Billy Up Sports, and that's SeatGeek. So we'll be right back. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Billy Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets. Yep. So save $20. Get yourself some tickets. Save $20 with promo code BellyUpSports.
Man, I need to step my game up. Man,
I'm trying to
these
match you.
product placements.
Cole, I'm trying to match you, man. You're the mad scientist of the Stillman in the Morning operation and Cole Sports. So I got to match. I'm trying to match your game.
I'm
So,
loving it, man.
oh, we got gentlemen. Hello, Beth.
Beth,
Oh, hello there.
Beth,
Hello, Beth.
what's going on?
what's up, bestie?
Love you, Beth. Thanks for joining us this morning. So we're going to talk one last quick segment, talk about food and beverages, our food and
yeah.
beverages to make or bring
Dude, this
or eat.
Bread I'm making tomorrow, boys.
Mm.
Whew, I even made a wing recipe up out of nowhere.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
man.
go.
Get our share, or is it a secret?
Okay.
Oh no, no, my Cajun blend is a secret. Only 2 people on this earth know that, and one of them knows under penalty of death he can never share it. It's my sister, my best friend. The only people who actually know my Cajun recipe. So I'm making a Philly style wing. Okay, so bear with me. I'm gonna
Oh,
take a grilled wing, cover it in Montreal seasoning, and then baste it in butter, chopped onions, and bell peppers. And then cover it with a sprinkle of Cheese Whiz and provolone. Cheese Whiz optional. That's
So
a
Beth
Philly
says
style.
her dip is superior to all dips. So
Well, yeah. Well, since
Yeah.
I was born in New Orleans, I totally would appreciate that.
The dirty Cajun, my dirty Cajun butter wings are the favorite apparently. And my mother knows the owner from the Acropolis Diner. She knew my uncle did or somebody did the official place, the Buffalo Wing of Buffalo. So I have their actual recipe, and that's what I'm making today. So.
Oh man, all right.
But I
That's
mix it up.
awesome,
I don't
bro.
use one of the secrets actually is Louisiana hot sauce instead of regular like Frank's hot. I
Right.
mix them because as much as I love my Cajun food, it's my specialty is cooking Cajun. Cole, I think that's why you'd appreciate my cooking. But like, actually, my boy Kelsey has hooked me up with a gator meat distributor, and I'm ecstatic.
Wow.
Man.
Listen, Cajun cooking is my specialty, but yeah, no, I mix half Texas Pete, half Louisiana hot. That's how you get the good depth of the flavor.
Interesting.
You gotta like you can't. The key to hot sauce, you got to mix the flavors up so there's a change to it. You don't want to have it all one thing. But, and also, I do Thai chili wings, and I'm doing a dry rub buffalo this year. So 5 different flavors.
Oh, nice.
15 pounds, baby.
Dustin, what do you bring? What do you usually bring to the table for Super Bowl?
Well, I usually host a small Super Bowl party, of which I hope to see you tomorrow, sir. But in years past, I've done like ziti, whatever. Last year, I had like zitis, homemade bread, a bunch of snacks. Doritos, for some reason, is a Super Bowl staple for me. Mixed nuts, I also put them out. I put out some snacks, but dinner is the big deal for me. I've done wings myself in the past. I spent one year for Super Bowl. I spent most of the Saturday in the kitchen. I made 100 wings. It took me a while, but this year, and Ryan, this will give you a sneak preview if you make your way down tomorrow. I will be doing a taco bar. I am doing beef tacos, chicken tacos, and then my brother-in-law hooked me up with a huge rack of ribs, so I'm probably going to cut some of them off and try pork tacos as well. I went to the market last night. We got corn tortillas. We got flour tortillas. I made some pickled onions and pickled jalapenos to put on the tacos as well. And that's what I'm going with this year is tacos. As far as drinks, I am a big cocktail / bourbon guy. You know this, but for me, the Super Bowl is a beer affair. That's how it feels to me. So I'm probably going to crack a couple beers. It's going to be Operation Clean Out the Basement. I got a few beers that have been sitting down there for a minute. So, but the main thing is going to be tacos. Cool Ranch Doritos. Yep, we'll have them there. And I also have nacho cheese.
Yeah, Beth says Cool Ranch Doritos or crunchy Cheetos dipped in straight sour cream is next level. You're welcome.
All right.
As for me, I make a mean chili.
Yes, you do.
I make a great chili. Usually it's a blend for the meat. It's usually a blend of either ground chicken with ground beef or ground chicken with ground pork. I don't use red beans. I get black beans instead of red beans. I don't know why. I just prefer black beans in my chili.
Black beans taste better than the chili.
Thank you. And actually, funny. Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead, Jared.
Oh no, I do my chili Cajun style just because that's just the way I do everything. But it's a lot more like heat. I mix in like a tiny bit of ground sausage just to kind of mix the flavor up a little bit. But I keep it as a chili. It's not a gumbo. I keep it as a chili. Also, venison is a good way to absorb a lot of the flavor because venison takes the flavor of whatever you put in. Mm-hmm. So venison is a good way to get it lean, but also like keep the good hot tangy flavor.
Yeah, I've been meaning to try to find some ground venison somewhere. I have deer hunting friends, but they never share.
Just pay them I would like to make just pay them in advance because the butcher fee. That's why they don't want to share.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I got you.
But my best friend goes out hunting like twice a week, and I'll walk away with venison sausage all the time. But it's like I gotta pay him at some point.
Yeah, I know the butcher down the street from me. He's usually got some pretty good meats in there. But yeah, my chili is I've been told to bottle it up and sell it. Like my sister Dustin, she says that I should bottle my chili and you should bag your popcorn, your kettle corn, and we'll make a killing.
All right, yeah, we'll do that because confession time. A while ago, I forget how long ago this was now, but you invited me to a gathering to watch some football with some of the guys that we play fantasy football with. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I'm making my chili. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be that guy because I don't like beans. I'm just going to try this. Yours is the only chili that I will accept beans. That's how good it was. I was like, I gotta just be polite right now. But then I was like, this is good. And I don't mind the beans, but I make a bean-free chili. I believe that's called Texas chili.
Maybe. Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
But,
yes, sir.
But
sir.
that's the way I like my chili. But hey, Ryan, your chili is next level, my friend.
And last year, in a very controversial episode of No Credentials Required, which is and Beth says boom boom shrimp air fried, on a very controversial, yes, controversy. Well, family controversy on this show.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, is
my-
this like controversy for you, which would be another day at the office for the corner booth, or what?
No, this is family controversy. I had my nephew on. We talked Super Bowl. We talked Super Bowl last year, and he confessed that my chili was better than his mom's chili.
Oh,
And that caused a
oh,
giant
man.
rift
I hope she did
between
not
me and my
watch that.
sister-in-law, which was legendary.
Woo,
Shout out to
I
Christian.
don't know where your sister-in-law is from, man, but if she's from anywhere south of the Mason-Dixon, that's a butt whooping.
She's
my mom's from South
she's,
Carolina. I say that on camera. I get my butt whooped. I got about 5 inches and about 100 pounds of my mom.
She's Saratoga County suburban. So no, she's not from the South.
Oh, she's Midwestern. She'll just like, it's okay, honey. You just won't eat tonight.
Cole, we didn't get to you. What are some of your go-to foods to make or to eat at Super Bowl?
Well, definitely wings.
Absolutely.
Definitely wings. And I mean, I can make them, but since I do have a Publix down the way, they make some bomb wings. So I would either get that or Dustin. I didn't think about doing this, but I was actually thinking tomorrow, not necessarily forgetting that Super Bowl, the Super Bowl game was going to be taking place later on that day.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, for the week, what I'd like to have, and I was thinking about cooking nachos.
Oh, nachos! Oh yeah.
I was thinking about doing that.
That would be good.
Yeah, and to make the missus happy, since she's not really the biggest football fan, I actually might have to slide chicken nachos in her direction. So it's like, baby, I was thinking about you.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Smart man. Smart man.
Beth says, "Give her a hot dish, and all will be forgiven." Yeah, it's already water under the bridge. It was all right, but all right, fellas, we've gone nearly 2 hours. This is an extra long edition of No Credentials Required. But I want to thank you all I want to thank Jared and Cole for stopping by. I'll give you guys a minute or two to plug your stuff. Cole, I'll start with you. Give us an idea of where we can find you and all your various shows. My goodness, you've got a ton of shows out there. Go ahead and plug away, sir.
All right. Well, on social media, you can find me at flowpage.com, flowcode.com/page/host Cole Johnson. That's flowcode.com/page/host Cole Johnson. And you'd find all of my social media there, whether it is TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, anywhere. You can find that there. Now, all the shows, you can find them on YouTube. Of course, you can find Revelations is an interview platform, which I would love to have all three of you on eventually.
Yeah.
That's on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Revelations with a period. I also do a show called Mentality. That's a new one. It's co-hosted by me and a friend of Ryan's and mine, Wise El Jefe. In fact, after I get on, I'll probably have to do a recording of that show. You can find that on Comey Media Incorporated. That's on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Comey, COMI Media INC. You also can find me, also Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson on Snowman Multimedia. That's youtube.com/@Snowman Multimedia. And last but not least, you can find me on youtube.com/@ Cole Sports with a Z. There you go.
Thank you, Cole. Excuse me. Thank you, Cole.
I ain't bringing that much energy, man, but that was impressive. Listen, I'm on my 5th podcast this week, and only one of them was mine. That should tell you how worn out my butt is this week, man. I should know. Bro. Super Bowl week every year. I always volunteer to do like 15 different shows, and I'm like, by Sunday kickoff.
By the time Sunday comes, gonna be away for kickoff.
And this is the first time because I was one of the original founding members of Belly Up. I'm actually the 3rd longest running person here besides the actual founders, Blaine and Mike. And this is my first Super Bowl at Belly Up where my team's in. So this is definitely a new experience for me. I'm definitely a little like out of it right now.
So, Jared, I'll have you plug your stuff. Go right ahead. Where can we find you?
All right, you can find my great blunt opinions at Belly Up Jared on Twitter, Corner Booth Jared on everything else, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. You can find my amazing show of Motley Crew of Morons. It's okay, I love all my boys. We are I guess we're PG-13 because we curse like every 5 seconds. As the Corner Booth Pod. You can find us on basically everything: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Live shows every Thursday, and we record shows every Monday night. We're taking a little hiatus after Monday, obviously, because my boys have earned a couple weeks off, and we'll be back for March Madness and the NFL Combine. But yeah, you can find all of our stuff there. You can find Ryan also, who has one of the best attendance records out of any guest on our show, and that is the Corner Booth pregame on Thursdays. A lot of drinking, a lot of having fun, a lot of jokes. Just it's a good time, and bad gambling picks.
True.
Rated R version of No Crunches Required.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
My co-host once compared Joe Paterno to a Nazi, and I'm just gonna leave that one there as it was.
Oh my gosh, Matt.
That's a
Tone deaf.
that's a
that's a little off. But as
not
for
touching
us
that one.
at No Credentials Required, you can find us on the social channels down below: Twitter, Instagram, and the rarely used TikTok at No Creds REQ, Facebook.com/No Creds REQ, YouTube.com/ at No Creds REQ. And if you'd be so kind, if you're watching on the replay, we thank you. And also smash that like button, smash responsibly. On the podcast site, you can find us on Megaphone, which is our home base, but you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, wherever you podcast, rate and review. We even might be so kind as to read your review on the air. So, for my guests, Jared from Corner Booth, Cole from All His Stuff, my broadcast partner, Dustin, I'm Ryan McCarthy. Thank you for watching No Credentials Required. Where, hey, Bishop Bullwinkle, do you need a press pass to talk sports? Whoa!
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen.
That's right, folks. You don't need a press pass to talk sports. That's my tribute to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson right there. But anyway, folks, we'll see you on Tuesday when we wrap up the Super Bowl. Until then, have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Go Birds!
Happy Super